I'm Ben Clark, and we're going to be talking about why 7-Eleven failed in Indonesia. It was a combination of multiple reasons, with the first being a misaligned business model. So in America, they kind of capitalize on to-go items and late-night cravings, but in Indonesia, it was more of a hangout spot for university students, so it didn't really lead to high sales. So many customers visited, but they would often only purchase just one item and then just linger there for a while without making any significant purchases. The second reason would be the intense competition. So there was already established local chains like Indomaret and Alphamart, which had a much larger presence in the country with thousands of stores. And 7-Eleven only had 190 locations in Indonesia. So these local brands had a strong market share and were already deeply integrated with the everyday lives of consumers in Indonesia. Number three, which this one's probably one of the biggest reasons, would be the alcohol ban. So in 2015, Indonesia's government had a ban on alcoholic beverages in convenience stores, and this pretty much hurt 7-Eleven's sales significantly, since it was like already popular with young adults who enjoyed like socializing with the drink. The ban kind of caused like a sharp decline in their sales. Number four would be the limited geographic reach. So 7-Eleven's stores were concentrated mainly in Jakarta and its surrounding cities, unlike its competitors, which had expanded to multiple parts of Indonesia. So 7-Eleven really couldn't establish a large national presence due to the restrictions on foreign ownership and all the regulatory hurdles. Number five, economic slowdown. So Indonesia's economic slowdown also contributed to reduced consumer spending, which impacted 7-Eleven's ability to thrive in such a challenging market with all these other competitors. And my last reason would be the regulatory issues. So Indonesia's strict regulations on foreign ownership made it difficult for 7-Eleven to expand beyond Jakarta. So they were local competitors were less affected by these restrictions and grew more rapidly. I would choose Italy to launch 7-Eleven because of the country's strategic location in Southern Europe, its thriving economy, and its popularity with convenience stores in urban areas. It also has a really strong tourism industry, especially in major cities like Rome, Milan, and Florence, which can drive foot traffic to 7-Eleven stores. Furthermore, Italians value convenience and quality, making the 7-Eleven model an ideal fit for their lifestyle. What is Italy famous for? They're famous for their Italian cuisine, pasta, pizza, gelato, and espresso. One cultural quirk that they have is called an afternoon siesta. Italians often take a break in the afternoon, especially in smaller towns. So this cultural quirk may impact business hours and store operations, as certain areas might be less active for launch. So for my entry strategy, I would use a franchising model. Franchising would be a suitable approach because it allows 7-Eleven to expand rapidly without bearing the full costs and risks of setting up stores directly. So by partnering with local franchises who understand the Italian market, the company can benefit from their local expertise while ensuring brand consistency and quality control. Additionally, franchising is an attractive model in Italy, like family-owned businesses and entrepreneurs are common in Italy. What's the infrastructure like in Italy? Well, for the roads, Italy has an extensive and well-maintained road network, especially in urban areas and tourist destinations. Major highways connect cities across the country, ensuring easy transportation of goods to stores. Italy also boasts a strong rail system with both high-speed trains and regional connections, which can facilitate efficient movement of people and products between regions. Italy is served by major international airports in cities like Rome and Milan. These airports offer excellent connectivity to European and international markets, making them vital for business operations. They do have also a high internet penetration rate, with over 80% of the population having access to the internet. So this is beneficial for digital marketing, customer engagement, e-commerce and those kinds of initiatives for 7-Eleven. Their telecommunications is also another huge part of their infrastructure. Italy's telecom infrastructure is modern and reliable, which is important for 7-Eleven's point of sale system, inventory management, and customer service. So some potential effects of infrastructure on 7-Eleven's ability to thrive. Well, transportation. So the strong road and rail infrastructure would allow for efficient distribution of goods to 7-Eleven stores across Italy. This ensures that store shelves remain stocked and can meet the demand for fast-moving products. Efficient transportation would also help reduce logistics costs. Since Italy also has a high tourism industry, this would bring large numbers of international visitors who are likely to seek convenient, quick meal options or snacks, making 7-Eleven a natural choice in popular tourist areas. However, in regions where infrastructure is less developed, like rural areas of Italy, logistic challenges will arise. And then, as I mentioned earlier, they do have a high internet penetration, which means that 7-Eleven could effectively use online ordering systems, mobile apps, and loyalty programs to engage Italian customers. However, the cultural tendency towards physical store visits may limit reliance strictly on e-commerce. Yeah.